Now, the ingenuity of an ICT teacher who, in the absence of a computer, draws the modern communication gadget on a blackboard for his pupils' appreciation is attracting a lot of support. The latest is from NIIT, which goes to the school's aid to supply it with 5 desktop computers, ICT textbooks and a laptop for the teacher. NIIT is also organizing an ICT training for other teachers in that community. The pictures of 34-year-old Owurakweju Akoto went viral, depicting him draw Microsoft Word software and other components on the board in ICT class at Betenase MAJHS in the Ashanti region. My colleague Ohemi Teria traveled to the school in the Ejura Setredumasi municipality and caught up with the innovative teacher as well as his pupils in the middle of an ICT lesson. Here's the report.
I've hold my mouse, or I'm about to move my mouse into the document window, okay? So let's assume this is my mouse. Then I've moved it into the document window, okay? So we want to highlight it. And selecting a text means what? Clicking and dragging the IB pointer. So when you click on your mouse, you don't have to take off your finger, okay?
Owurakweju Akoto spends at least 15 of the 70-minute lesson period to sketch this Microsoft Word software.
You have to select the text Very good. So the first step says we should select.
It is one of the tools he has been using to teach students for the past 6 years he has been in this job.
The idea was that I wanted them to have a picture of everything because there's no computer here. So I decided to adapt to this drawing thing so that you always know that when you are from this step, you move to the next stage, as you can see it on the board.
Owurakweju also encourages his students to draw computerware in their notebooks, though many of them find it difficult to. 13-year-old Emmanuel Bafo says the closest he has come into contact with a computer is a discarded one on a refuse dump during a vacation trip to Kumasi.
Computer looks like TV, category TV, and the mouse looks like stone.
It's very difficult because at the end of the day, they are supposed to be behind the computer to have the actual feel of the equipment and see how when they launch the program, it will appear on the computer. So they assume this as a picture just to help them for them to acquire knowledge about the whole thing that I'm doing.
Besides absence of computers for over 100 students, there are no ICT textbooks. Owurakweju, as an instructor, is the only one who gets supply of the requisite books. This situation is common with almost all the 10 basic schools in Setredumasi Township. Despite this serious gap, Owurakweju is happy to see some of his students perform well in ICT at the Basic Education Certificate examinations.
Okay, actually, sometimes when the results come, the brilliant ones or the smart ones among them will actually give us the results, but not the exact results that we will be expecting. So I believe when we get the equipment or the facilities, then we train or we help them with the skills, the results will improve.
Ejura Setredumasi municipality topped the 2017 BEC League table in the Ashanti region, coming among the best 5 nationwide. Though the municipal assembly says it spends a lot on education, little or no support goes into ICT development. Mohammed Salisu Bamba is chief executive.
But if you ask me whether we have enough resources, I will say no, we don't. Myself as chief executive, I have not provided computers to any school yet. And my predecessors have also not done much. So we need a lot so that we can encourage the children to learn more in that direction.
Alhaji Bamba says the assembly is encouraged by the teachers' innovation to invest more in ICT education.
Basically, Ejura Setredumasi, we invest a lot in education. This year we are #1 in Ashanti region, the BEC results. And in the nation, we are among the first 5 in the nation. So I think going forward, we should also move our attention from the normal provision of school blocks and furniture to also providing computers for the study of ICT.
Meanwhile, NIIT is set to donate a number of computers and accessories to the school. From Sechedumasi in the Ashanti region for JoyNews, Ohime Tewia.
That is Ohime's report. Now, Ohime has been to the school where the actual donation has been made. He joins me on the line for more information. Hello, Ohime. So, has NIIT delivered those computers to the school as we speak?
Yes, Gifty. This afternoon, NIIT, represented by the one of their directors, or Director Yao Amwatin, and the Kumasi regional office, presented 5 brand new desktop computers and accessories to the school. Besides, it also provided 1 laptop for the ICT teacher who has spent time to draw a Microsoft Word interface on the Blackboard just to enable the students learn. Besides, they also donated several boxes of our ICT textbooks and also promised to provide IT training for teachers in the community. So we are talking about 10 schools in the Sedumasi community, and all these schools with their ICT teachers will benefit from this training, Gifty.
I'm curious to find out whether or not they have the facility to keep the computers that they've received. Do they even have a lab, a computer lab? How are they going to keep it, and how are they going to use it?
Yes, for the students of Betnasi MHHS, the donation has come in handy because the municipal chief executive for Edra Sechedumasi Salisu Bamba was also present at the ceremony, and he promised that they have been, it's almost completed a community center in the community. So they've already designated one of the halls for the ICT center, which will serve the entire community. So apart from the JHS, this particular one, there are other 10 schools who will also benefit from the ICT center. So he tells me immediately they commission the project, which could be done in the next 1 or 2 months. They will move in and also ensure that the students have access to these ICT centers. So yes, for now, they have a permanent, and I would say that is the most suitable place for an ICT center for now in Sechedumasi.
How did they feel? What was their demeanor when they finally received those gifts?
It was all joy. It was all joy when officials of NIIT, led by Mr. Yao Amwatin, opened the boxes which contained the computers and the accessories. And the students couldn't hold their joy, but they started clapping just to show their appreciation to the gesture that they have received from NIIT. But officials of NIIT were thrilled to understand and to know that the students were up to date, especially when they picked every part of the computer and asked the students what those parts were. They were able to name them. For instance, when Mr. Martin asked the students to tell him what the mouse was, and they were able to respond positively. And besides, there were other parts, the monitor and the rest, that they all responded positively and were able to identify those parts. So Mr. Martin said that it's an indication that the teacher, Ura Kojo Akutu, has done a lot, providing and assisting these students, even though there's no access, they don't have access to computer. So now he's convinced that the NIIT may want to establish a relationship with the school to ensure that apart from the JHS, they can also improve on ICT education in the Sechedumasi community.
Thank you very much. But quickly, before I let you go, the Microsoft was supposed to have donated some items as well. Pay some attention to them as well. Did they tell you anything about that?
Yes, today, just as we were leaving the community, information came that the teacher will have to travel to Singapore to meet Microsoft officials and also take part in few activities that Microsoft as a company is organizing for the teachers. So for now, the items are yet to arrive in Ghana, but I can tell you that any moment from now, the teacher will be flying to Singapore to meet Microsoft officials in this regard.
Right. Ohimi, thank you very much. Hopefully that inspires other teachers to go the extra mile to help their students. Ohimi Interior with that update there.